Hey everyone, I'm Jack Ferdman, and this is Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. It's Wild Wednesday, and today's film is the 1969 Western Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. One Oscar-nominated film, let's go. Now, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was directed by George Roy Hill and stars Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Catherine Ross, and Strother Martin. Now, some films entertain us, some impress us, and they're the rare ones that stay with us for an entire lifetime. And for me, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is exactly that film. Now, this movie follows the legendary outlaws Butch Cassidy, played by Paul Newman, and the Sundance Kid, played by Robert Redford, leaders of the infamous hole-in-the-wall gang as they struggle to outrun an increasingly relentless posse determined to bring them to justice. As their world begins to close in on them, the two friends attempt one last escape. First, across the American West, and eventually to Bolivia, hoping to stay one step ahead of the law. Now here's the thing. I've probably seen this film 70, 80, maybe even 100 times. I know it backwards and forwards. And despite enjoying Westerns, I wouldn't even call Westerns my favorite genre. Yet somehow, from the first time I saw this film as a kid, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid completely pulled me in. And it still does every single time. A huge reason for that is the extraordinary chemistry between Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Their relationship feels less like two partners in crime and much more like a married couple. They tease each other, they argue with each other, they protect each other, and ultimately would die for one another. Literally. It's remarkable that these two legends only shared the screen in two films. This classic Western and the Oscar-winning film, The Sting. Now, the movie is also filled with unforgettable cinematic moments. The hilarious, "I can't swim" line before the cliff jump, the constantly repeated, "Who are those guys?" as the mysterious posse keeps tracking them, the charming bicycle sequence set to Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, and of course, that legendary freeze frame ending. Visually, the film is stunning, thanks to Conrad L. Hall's Oscar-winning cinematography, which captures the West with authenticity and beauty. Add in a memorable supporting cast from the Hole-in-the-Wall gang to cameos by Cloris Leachman, Kenneth Mars, and even a very young Sam Elliott. And the whole world of the film feels alive. I can talk about this movie all day. And of course, I can't forget to mention my first childhood crush, Catherine Ross. Wow. For me, it simply works on every level, and it's honestly my favorite film of all time, and I'm going to give Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid an A+. Now, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director to George Roy Hill, Best Sound, and it won 4 Oscars of its 7 nominations for Best Original Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, and for the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, which is Best Song, of course. Join me again tomorrow for another Oscar-nominated film, right here on Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. Because if the Academy took notice, it's worth a rewatch.